Hi there, you beautiful people. I'm Feels Out. I would like to welcome you to another one of my videos. I'm gonna hand over the mic to commentator Feels Out.
Thank you, intro feels out. First of all, I want to elaborate on my strategy for drawing, which to me still feels like doodling. I start with a blank canvas, which can be daunting, but is very satisfying at the same time. I pick up my pen and draw these random squiggles here and there. On second glance, they turn into eyes, maybe a part of a nose, a jaw, or whatever else might pop into my imagination, which I follow. These squiggles then slowly but surely turn into line work consisting of basic shapes, which I flesh out by darkening the lines, giving more structure to the piece. Then the shading process begins, where I darken up the parts which would not be hit by the imaginary light source. Shading can be done using some sort of smooth tool, like a pencil, optionally combined with a blending stump, which minimizes the texture and direction of the lines. However, for this drawing I like to use the exact same brush, that is, a small liner brush, to do my shading as well as the line work. While this does take way longer to do, it lends itself for more control. This also packs the piece full of detail, which I like, because you can zoom in a ton and still be left with what could be a non-zoomed in image if you didn't know better. Of course you do know better. I know better than anyone I know. Now I know this sudden increase in poetic poetry might or might at all not tickle your fancy in a fancy way. This I know not. Oh yeah, also, I've got a tiny bit of a rant for you people. After receiving some feedback on my previous videos about the overall sound quality being not what it can be, I decided to order a brand new microphone. Flash forward to way too excited me receiving and opening the package, taking this glorious thing out of the foam encasing, and taking the rest of the content out of the package, only to realize that there is no cable to connect this magnificent microphone to my PC. After crying for half an hour and punching the wall until I couldn't take its cries anymore, I hopped back online and ordered a cable with one end an XLR connection, which feeds into the microphone, and the other end being a standard 3.5mm microphone jack. Fast forward again a couple days to the cable arriving. Way too excited me comes back around, I yank the package out of the delivery person's hand and run to install my mic. And you guessed it, it worked perfectly the very first try. Oh, of course it wouldn't, cause my stupid ass didn't research the microphone enough when buying it. It's the Audio Technica A2020, by the way, as recommended by Steven. Thank you, Steven. Upon further research, i.e. Google searching why I'm an idiot, I see that the microphone requires more power than a PC can supply, namely 48 volts. So now I've ordered another cable and an audio interface, which should arrive in the very near future. This way I can caress your beautiful eardrums even better with my buttery voice. And now back to my strategy for drawing. I don't know where that came from. Once the shading is in place, I start playing around with coloring the piece. First, I pick a fully saturated color and use this as a base. I then create these different shades of the color ranging from almost white to blackish, playing with the warmth and coolth respective to the brightness. This time I also did the coloring using the small liner brush, which in my opinion gives a pretty cool effect of rough but at the same time smooth shading. Finally, I color the background to match the middle and foreground to make a one cohesive piece. I also got one more exciting thing. I made this drawing in A3 size with enough DPI to print it out using a printing service. I'm definitely gonna try, see how it turns out and report back to you. I still feel like I'm learning and improving a lot as I'm going, so any feedback would be very much appreciated. Please leave in the comment section below, share this with anyone you think might appreciate it, pretty please, And yes, I am fully aware that the physical appearance of the plays makes no difference. Also, like this video if you think it was at least somewhat good, and I will see you in the next video.
Peace. It's like a fucking white screen, isn't it? But it's not at all.